This is episode 311. Philip K. Dick meets Lisa Frank.
Yeah, on this episode, we're going to look at a bunch of guitars and, you'll never guess, talk about amp modeling.
And old records.
Yeah, that's true. No, it's a good episode. Hey.
See
you in there.
See ya.
Welcome
to a rare Saturday night edition.
Saturday night edition of Let's Talk About AmpModelers.com, the podcast.
Yeah.
Where you guessed it, this week's topic will be who's sick? No.
I mean, yeah. So it's Saturday because God, man.
Yeah.
Okay, the stomach bug arrived at our house last week. We had many days between its first appearance and its final appearance.
Oh, God. So you're just thinking about it the whole time.
We were like, this is a weird thing. And it was a few days late. And so Jack came home barfing. And we're like, oh boy, here we go. Right. We've been hearing about it going through the school and stuff. But then he got better and nothing happened. Right, for a week. And we were like, well, maybe it was just kids stuff. Maybe it was just kids barf,
Sure, okay.
I don't know. Maybe it was something he ate at school, didn't agree. Maybe he's just I don't know. And then Lucas started barfing. And for a baby to barf, it's that's pretty
different.
intense. It's different. Yeah, they kind of just explode a little. So he's fine. And then 2 more days goes by, and then Beth is like, I'm coming home right now because I am sick. And I'm like, oh God. And this is whatever day it was.
Yeah.
Thursday. And I was like, oh no. Okay. So I'm working. I'm back to work during this, by the way. So paternity leave over. My first week back to work. And so she comes home feeling really bad. She goes to sleep, right? Dealing with all that. 3 hours later on the dot, it's my turn. So Beth and I are both hit at the same time.
Yeah, so and you guys were incubating.
Yeah, both of our kids, totally fine. And just doing kid shit, they don't really care. I mean, Lucas obviously can't. He's 4 months old. But Jack is very confused and concerned, but also doesn't give a shit because he's 3. So not really getting the full gravity of the situation. But anyway, thankfully, it seems to have been a 24-hour thing, and now I'm just dealing with the aftermath of all of that. So I'm really sore now from just so much physical strain.
Yeah.
And I'm catching up on sleep so much. I've been sleeping like shit. Hydration. Got my Gatorade tonight. Oh my God. So then this was Thursday that this was happening. I call out of work Friday. We're just rotting on the couch all day. The kids are at school, doing their thing. Lucas started daycare. Everybody's partying over there. And I slept for maybe 6 hours in the day, which was so insane. Kind of a weird luxury to have as a parent. But and now we're just into the weekend and it's whoa, what the fuck? So can I just I haven't even talked to you about this, but can I just rant a little bit?
Yeah.
Can I just
lay it on me?
Let me just tell everybody what's been going on here.
Isn't that what this show is for?
That's all it is. Yeah. It's right. It's just a reading of a blog. Okay. So, okay. When Lucas was born, he was born abruptly. Right, very suddenly there's a 4th person here. We had another month to go. I had not really mentally transitioned to pow, now you have 2 kids, right? So then it's wow, okay, so Beth's home all the time now. On maternity leave, Lucas is home. That's a big adjustment. As the person who works from home, that's a major change. I'm still working during this time. She goes back to work, my paternity leave starts. Right, but then it's also the holidays and winter and sick and snow and sick and snow, pow, 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 pow. So my whole like now suddenly family of 4 has been home, cooped up together for like months, like 4 months, it feels like. And when I started my leave, my first day off was a Tuesday. So I was going to go back on a Tuesday. I was going to have this one Monday off. I was like, it's going to be
your Monday off.
This is my day, right? I have one day off because Lucas starts daycare on whatever date that was, the 13th, or whatever, 23rd. I go back to work the 24th. Jack's already in daycare. Beth will be back at work. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to play video games all day. It's going to be awesome. A little me time before re-entering the world. Nope. Another fucking blizzard hit, and we got like another 1,000,000 inches of snow. Daycare was closed again. There was another 3-day weekend in the winter again. And so now I have like started work and just like really tripped out of the gate here, kind of back to the normalcy and stuff. I only worked 2 days last week, which I like don't super care about, but I was really focused on like, this is a major cleave in time for me, like this end of my paternity leave, close of a chapter, Lucas starts school, right? And I just kind of like fell off the bus as that was happening. It's like, whoa, fuck.
No.
And then, so now next week when I go to work on Monday, hopefully, big fingers crossed, a whole 5-day week of normal schedules and normal days where everyone's supposed to be where they are. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's like everything's been so off that you're just like, can I just go to work for 5 days?
Can I just fucking go to work? And it's not even the work. I don't really care about that right now. I had this for 2 days. I had like or actually really 1.5 because Beth came home sick. So one day of like, I realized I haven't been able to focus on something for more than like 30 minutes at a time. Or not focus on, but like do something for more than 30 minutes at a time. Because when your kid's 3.5, they're just in need constantly of like, play with me or get me this.
Machine.
Yeah. Oh my God. And so it felt so insane to just do one thing to completion, right? From start to finish. And one of my big things that I've been dealing with at home now is just like, I'm on my way to do a task. Please don't interrupt the task, right? I need to let me see this through. And then like I keep getting diverted so many times through the day. I just like really try to make sure I finish the first thing I started. So anyway, Saturday, tomorrow, Sunday, we're all home tomorrow, having a great winter. Love my family very much, but also like distance makes the heart grow fonder, they say.
Yeah, it's that's a thing. You pile on in the background the guilt of feeling that way. But like that's fine. Like that's normal. Like you loving your family and I need a break from this are not
they're not mutually exclusive
things. So,
but also I've heard somebody say this a long time ago and I agree. Childcare makes me a better parent. Absolutely agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, but like sick and snow, like these things happen. I get it. Yeah. But fuck, like anybody who's got small kids and has been through something remotely like this, like it. We're in the trenches. Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah, you get the sort of bleach out and start going around your house. Like maybe I can. Yeah. What I'm thinking, especially as part of that story, is like the moment where you're sort of thinking maybe you haven't gotten it. You know what I mean?
Maybe somehow I washed my hands enough times
at the exact right moments in a series of of unlikely events, and then 2 days. You know what I mean? Yes, I've been there. Whew.
Mm-hmm. And like with toddlerhood, we're in a stage of just like demands and lots of big feelings and screaming and, so there's just a lot. Yeah. The day starts at a 10 and just kind of stays there. Yeah. So anyway, what's going on with you?
Well, nothing on those sorts of things. Stuff's relatively normal. The puppy clock. You remember I said we were getting a dog and that it probably wasn't this litter, but it was going to be the next one, like in the fall.
Like in the fall, yeah.
Because we were 6th on the list. That is not how it worked out. And people bailed on this, like people ghosted them or something like that. And we got our pick. And so we are like 14 days. I think we're 2 weeks from puppy day here. So we're getting That's pictures awesome. Like once a week. He's a cute little chunker. So we're all excited about that. I did a participated in a charity live stream today. This is something to go on, sort of to do with my other podcast. This is about the space video game. But the two major, well, whatever, there are others, but the two, two of the major podcasts, I sometimes feel like we're the only two in the world that are doing Elite Dangerous podcasts, but the English one and us. So we're sort of like buddy shows, right? A little bit. Well, we did a Family Feud thing. So this is all part of Game Blast Week, which is something that the charity Special Effect does. This is a charity that creates ways for disabled people to participate in video games. So they build custom controllers and things.
Rigs and stuff.
Like for whatever this particular person needs. So
that's very cool. Is it for whatever this person needs for whatever game? Like for whatever their
like
system
what they want to do,
Cool.
like find out what this, it's a very like, what's your situation? What do you like to do? And a lot of times there are people who haven't been able to play video games because of something like there was a guy, they made him a controller rig and he was operating like an Xbox controller with his nose and chin. And
I've seen that kind of thing.
Creating
That's wild.
things and giant like XBA buttons. Like, anyway, so we did like a fun across the internet 5 versus 5 Family Feud, and we were our team was, the North American team was devastating them. It was like, and we get to the point where like the score, it's round 5 and the points are doubled. It's time to come back, and they lost again. And so it's like 500 to 100. It's absurd. And we're like, this is for fun and giggles, right? So we're like in the break, they're like running ads.
But have some dignity.
We're like running ads, and I'm like, this is all for fun and giggles. Let's just keep pushing that multiplier, because like at this point, mathematically, they couldn't dig. There weren't enough questions left. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? Let's do 4x, and they lost that one. So now we have 1,000.
So you're like double or nothing.
And then I'm like, giving them the go ahead here, like 10x, all or nothing on this round, and they won it. And then they're ahead by like 40 points and win it. So it's very exciting, and
the Cinderella story.
Right, exactly. We create this thing, but they raised a little over 770 pounds, which I think is like $1,000 or something. Just during that like 3 hours that we were doing that. So it was super fun and exciting and very funny and a lot of silliness, and I was very proud to have done it. So yeah, that's what I did this afternoon.
Cool. This afternoon, I'm still working on my desk. I finally got my audio interface mounted under the desk using some of this 3D printed grid stuff I've been talking about. It's in there now. I need a longer XLR cable and some longer USB cables, but other than that, I'd finished the day job side of my desk over here, and that's going great. I'm doing like the personal side of my desk. I also printed parts for a drag chain, like a cable stay drag chain. So these are terrible prints, but
you're gonna have to tell me what that is.
Like a cable chain. Like like those. Let me just put this together, and I'll just friggin' show you.
I'm gonna have to see it, I think.
It's like a chain for something that is flexible, but it only moves in like two orientations, basically.
Like a bike chain, the way a bike chain only moves, doesn't move side to side. Is that
correct? But like, so these are the links, right? And you would.
I get it now. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
the
so
cables are guided through there, so it can slide in and out, and the cable never gets tangled.
Correct. So the cable, you print a little door, and it goes on there, and this magnetically attaches to the side of my desk, and then as the desk goes up and down, it just like moves the.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So
you're never going to run out of stuff that like could be made a little more elegant with a 3D printed part.
Could be made a little better, yeah. So so that's a very cool thing, and I'm very excited about it. I'm finding just better little connectors and little snaps and things like that. Man, it's good. And I custom built this little box. Did I put this in the server yet?
I saw your audio interface box, the under desk mount piece. That's what I last saw from you. So.
Okay. So I have it now under the desk. But here, let me post a pic. Post this over in general. And here's a little video for you. Kapow. So I made this little box, custom generated thing on the website, and trimmed out some unnecessary bits. It's very strong. It's very sturdy. and it comes right out. And I didn't have to take the feet off of the bottom of the interface or anything annoying like that.
Yeah.
So I printed some of these little sliding dovetails, and these are directional in nature, very strong and sturdy, and it just snaps right in there, comes right out. I can move it wherever I want to or need to. That has one of these grids under the desk, which is the whole underside of the desk. So.
It's very cool. Yeah, and I can see all it needs now is a little cable wrap around the back, because I know I would yank that with my knee the first chance I got. But yes.
Right. Yep.
Excellent.
So that's the kind of stuff. It's like you print, arrange, measure, print, arrange, measure. Like, so you're kind of just leapfrogging yourself. Yeah. So anyway,
very cool.
Yeah, I took a peek in the show notes, and it looks like Justin added something. And
well,
I wasn't going
to let us do an episode where we didn't talk about modelers. All right.
Okay.
Are we into it now?
I think we're into it, yeah.
Okay, that was too long.
What is this? This is my man Glenn, right?
This is so this is Spectre Sound Studios. You've probably seen this guy around. So he's been doing audio studio, often guitar related kind of content for a long time. What I have liked about him is it's not. I think the first time I ever saw a video from him, he was talking about like how to mic a guitar amp or whatever. I don't know why it was feeding me this crap, but and the take was all like a little bit like, what do we're talking about like hard rock guitar kind of thing. And it's sort of like
his content's kind of metal centric.
Metal, right. Yeah. Yes. That's true. I should have kind of opened with that, I guess, but it's not like you need this amazing, oh my God, your preamp sucks kind of stuff. He was like, whatever, we have this like little Yamaha mixer thing, this little like 4-channel mixer, like use this. And he was showing a technique where you take two SM57s and one of them's at 45 degrees. And when you get the alignment perfect, the phase cancellation of those two mics causes a softening of all of the harsh frequencies that are typically in a high gain guitar sound.
Oh, cool.
So
okay.
This is a trick. So you could record those two mics separately. And he was then saying like, look, just you do this and then you kind of blend to taste, but like, don't do that. Just commit it. Like get it sounding right and commit it. And I'm recording through this little Yamaha thing that's sitting on my lap. Like we're not recording Adele's vocal, like you don't have to fuss about this. It's a loud guitar. You know what I mean? And so it was that, like, obviously this guy has access to expensive, nice stuff, and he's not like those things are worthless, but it's also, there's a realism to it. So I appreciated that. Okay. Fast forward to today. So this is Quad Cortex without the obscene price tag. And I know we've been talking a lot about Quad Cortex and stuff. And
I mean, I don't think the price tag's that obscene. It's what these things cost now. But yes, okay. It is expensive. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, okay, so but his take is not that the machines you're buying from them are overpriced even. It's a catchy title, right? But if anybody does go and watch this, like he opens up with like kind of setting the stage for what he's planning on saying here, which is the point is not this is nuts and you shouldn't spend money on it. In fact, the only thing he's really negative on is Kemper and to a certain extent Axe Effects. And he's not even talking about how they sound. He's talking about how the interface on Kemper is like bananas and you can't use it. And none of the knobs are labeled because they were trying to go for this thing that's like software, but it's hardware. Yeah. So he's really impressed with what Quad Cortex is doing. However, the modeling thing, like the Cortex software kind of thing is like an open source. I'm not sure if I can get the exact language he used. I don't know. I guess he didn't put it in the description. But there's like an open source piece of software that's basically doing this modeling, and that's the big innovation from like Neural. Neural. I was like, it's not called Cortex. Look what I'm talking about. So yes, the Neural engine basically, and so he's got a couple of other pedals. One of them that I guess he had touched on some time ago, and then one that's just come out that's even cheaper. And we're talking in the like $75 range. It's like a mini pedal, and it's basically just running the Neural software, and you have to plug it into a computer or Bluetooth into a phone in order to like change patches on it or whatever. But like you load a very simple thing into its very simple chip, and it only has a few blocks or whatever, and you can only put them in certain spots, right? There's limitations, but but then we kind of bring it all the way through, and like here is a mix, and all the guitars were this pedal, and then he's got like 4 different versions, like the software, the cheap pedal, the medium pedal, and the actual quad Cortex, and he's just A-Bing them, and like there's like, you got to listen, there's slight differences. And then he further breaks it down to like he does a capture with them, and then in the neural engine you can sort of see this very, very detailed spectrograph is not quite the right word, but it's sort of a peak graph of the capture, essentially a representation of the capture. And he evaluates sort of visually and listening to samples, like what is actually being captured. And like there's some differences, like the cheap ones are a little more jagged looking kind of thing compared to the quad Cortex, which comes out visually much smoother. But like at the end of the day, and as he kind of puts it, it's like, look, if you're playing a gig in a bar, absolutely not can anybody tell the difference. If we're in a studio, we're A-Bing and we can sort of tell the difference, but you're not saying, well, this one sucks and this one's good. You're saying they sound a little different. So I thought it was a pretty interesting kind of take, and he does approach it pretty scientifically. So
I appreciate Glenn's, I think that's his name, right? Glenn Fricker, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Spectre Sound Studios, whatever. Yeah, I appreciate his approach to that, which is something I try to bring here, which is like, there's a lot of stuff out there, none of it's good or bad, it's just all different now.
Yeah.
But it's everything is made up and the points don't matter. Bingo.
Yeah, I mean,
yes, thank you, Eric. Yeah,
it's like what you're paying for are hardware features to a certain extent, and they are all kind of sharing a similar, like we've coalesced around a bit of software, like modeling is a bit solved, and we're really nibbling at the edges at this point. So, you know,
it's a race to the bottom in a few ways, like not just the price, of course, but like I think it's a race to like how many features are left that we want or need.
Right.
Like what else could be added or removed or changed, or what that would really like. But that's not how this technology works anyway. Like no one's looking to make the last iPhone. Right. You know what I mean?
Right. And the technology can continue
Yeah.
to evolve too, because this, like I said, it's just running a neural engine. If there's an update to the neural engine, unless there's some new aspect of it that becomes incompatible or requires more CPU, in which case by then, you know, silicon will have advanced, and the next, you know, $100 or $75 thing could be the floor. But like, if you don't have one of these machines and you would like the ability to go online and find these, he provides along with the video a few of his own captures of nice stuff that he has, and there's a community out there of people, so you can participate in all this for like as little as $75, and it's like fine, you know, it's like really
you can participate, and it's like I don't think it's really looked down on. I think it's just sort of like you're doing this end of things. Right, like you're on this side of this conversation. People are on, not side even, like you're in this area of the conversation. I'm in this other area of the same conversation, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and I was just saying to Matt at band practice the other day, I think when this gig, we have a gig a week from today actually, after this, I think I'm probably just going to move straight to the new mini Cortex Mini, Quad Cortex Mini, that's what it is. The just a screen one.
I'm making sure I knew which one was which.
I know the names. I know the Nano. It's still like it sounds amazing and stuff, but it is just the interface or like lack thereof. It's the bring your own screen thing. Like I've got it set up in a way that is making sense to me, but that is even built on something that I'm not totally confident in. So it's just kind of, I don't know, not hitting the way I want it to. The sounds are, and like the functions are. It's just like the doing of it.
The form factor, and that's what you're paying for, and all is my takeaway. Yeah.
And so I started watching some of the like let's build a preset together type of Cortex Mini walkthrough type of videos from Neural, and it just has a way more familiar starting place as like here's the path, and you put things on the path. And like that's kind of where everything has been and where it needs to be.
Yeah, you've been in Helix for years and years and years. So like this makes.
But even before that, like that's how pedal boards work, right? You just like you put it in the line.
Right, yeah.
And so
I skipped a step
with
there.
the Nano Cortex doesn't even have that path view. It's just like there are these pieces and you can turn them on or off. And there's like not even really a solid, it's just like top to bottom scroll on your phone.
Yeah.
So you never see like a pathway preset or like a signal path map. There's nothing like that. So Eric's asking if you've gotten a modeler of any kind.
I don't. Well, I have stuff in my UAD hardware. So not in a pedal board, like playing guitar out kind of form factor, because I'm in my studio when I'm using them. But yes, I have several models. A lot of the stuff that I have is a few UAD made things and some Brainworks made stuff, because those are the partnerships and that's what they've made for the UAD DSP. So they're mostly like pick an amp or maybe a couple of amps, and then under the hood is like under the hood is, so they suck, right? Under the hood is a cab impulse response kind of thing. So they can be expanded upon a little bit that way. They don't suck. They sound like the amps that they're meant to sound like. So in many ways, they're going to seem extremely limited. But UAD's recently made this guitar studio suite thing that's like, it has like a bunch of, it looks like one of these sort of starter packs from like a Helix or something, that what comes on it. It's got a bunch of effects, a bunch of amps, a bunch of cabs, and it's all this mix and matchy stuff, but in software running on the DSP here. I don't have that one yet. I don't need enough different kinds of things to have really wanted it, but that would be the one that would work for me, right? Because it mounts right into my hardware. So that's their kind of answer, I think. But UAD hasn't gotten into any of the sort of capturing of things.
No, not that I know of. So are those new UA pedals, the guitar pedals, amp pedal sims, part of what you're, like the sounds you have access to as well? Do you know what I'm asking?
Not in specific. Well, the pedals that are just basically software on a pedal that they've made. Yeah. None of them are. God, I'd actually have to see. I have a couple of like the.
It's like the Dream 65, I think, is one of them.
Plexi amp. I have a Plexi amp from them. I'm not sure if that's in a pedal form at this point.
UAD. Plexi.
Honestly, I've used the Brainworks ones more, like the Diesel and the.
What was it? The
Angle,
not the VHT. Angle, yeah.
Diesel and and Angle I've used a lot, and are actually pretty versatile amps for 100-watt monsters.
No, the aux box is not a capture. That is
that's
a load box.
Yeah,
and,
it has cap impulse response stuff in it, but its main function is more of a like amp in the room load box thing.
Yeah, so if you had a Plexi and you wanted to quiet it down to play it like a normal person or record it without the cab.
Auxbox does have a direct out, I think, right?
Yeah. That I remember when that came out, it was like a big fucking deal.
It's huge physically.
Yeah.
It's
yes,
like
it is.
disturbing because they got like they must have like massive components in there to actually be able to handle all the power you're talking about. This is kind of it's a little bit, it feels old school to me.
Now it does. I know. It's so funny.
Because Two Notes has come out with like Torpedo and stuff that's like, it's like a matchbox. Not a matchbox, but like
they're a little
deck.
bigger than I thought. Like this is my Kindle. I think it's probably, they're a little bigger than you think.
Okay.
The Two Notes one. I saw one at a gig and I was like, are you kidding? It was huge. But anyway.
But an Auxbox is like
it's like a set-top box.
It's like a VCR, yeah. You kids remember VCRs? Jesus. Oh, my God.
So
anyway.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I dig that.
So, yeah, but I mean, okay, so whatever. We'll tie this in a bow. That's the thing. You're buying your form factor. So you can get into this and figure out how cool amp modeling is for very cheap. And then when you realize you want one with more switches or whatever, and not have to deal with it on your
3D
phone.
Printing.
It's the same. Well, it's the same thing with Derek going from. Well, this one's not really doing it for me. I'm going to switch to this.
I'm going to make a cable chain. Yeah.
So. It's cool.
Right.
Eric said something earlier about we choose our houses, House Helix or House Neural, and I read it kind of out of the corner of my eye, and I thought he was talking about like the house. So like when you go to a gig, they're going to have a neural in their PA. And so you're just going to tell the sound guy,
Could you imagine?
I want a Fender 65, please. And bring a couple of pedals to go direct into hit. And every gig has a neural. And so you just go around, you're picking off a menu because everybody's sharing a community of impulses, right? It gets stolen in the first three. Well, it's just,
I feel like that
built
Larry
into
David
PAs,
gif.
you know?
Like, that eliminates so much about like why guitarists like collect and obsess about gear and like do this.
It's like antithetical to the whole community.
Have podcasts about gear and stuff.
Did I just spell our doom?
But also like, what if, right? What if there was just... Could you imagine a world where there's just like one Fender Deluxe sound and we all use it?
Well, it's like you subscribe to it, right? It's like Apple Music. Like I can go somewhere and it's like anybody has all the songs now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody has a Spotify or an Apple and they have all the songs. So it's like every gig and every guitarist is going to paying $10 a month to have all the guitar sounds.
To have the Fender Deluxe. Holy shit. That... You know, I've been thinking a lot about...
There could be an amp in a gig and it has a credit card slot or thing you tap, and I log into my account. See, now I'm like really going for it. Now I picked and matched,
when you know. It's like when you do parking on your phone on an app.
Yes,
it's like spot number 5282, right? And then it
downloads all of your presets that you've created for the community.
So you've just fixed the problem of like, this is why we do this. Okay.
Yeah. So I've curated my chain and my guitar amp chain, and I come in and I like tap NFC my phone onto the sound guy's
and it says, "Hey,
desk.
Justin, nice butt." And
there's a little tap to pay at my station when I'm on stage, right? So I'm standing there and I got my tap to pay station. I'm going to hit that. It's going to import my tones, and it's going to import my headphone mix.
Oh my God.
The only people I just deleted is the only people I actually just deleted is actually the sound guys.
That's true.
Because who fucking
Oh my
needs
God,
them?
dude. That's so funny. Forget this concept and never speak of it again.
This was an accident, you guys. I'm like, I need to take my sweatshirt off because I'm afraid I just ruined things for everybody.
This is so good. Okay.
All right.
You want to look at some guitars?
Yeah, let's do. All right, I'm going to push a sound.
Hey, before we dive into this, I just want to say I was about to set up to record like that, record a standard tuning guitar and then pitch adjust it. I was setting up to do that and I barfed. So it is still on my to-do list.
Yeah, still a cool idea. I can't wait.
Yeah, I do want to do that. Okay, so because of the insane like little while that I had, I just hit...
Sorry, Alex said in chat, skill issue. Yep. All right. Very hurtful.
Yep. Okay.
There.
Okay. I see where. Yep. Anyway, because of the insane week that I've had, I just pulled a few of the top watched guitars on Reverb. I think this is just kind of currently the most watched at the moment.
Yeah.
And I picked a few again, just that I think are like either. There's one in here that I just picked because I can't get over it, and then the others are just. I want to hear Justin's thoughts on them.
Okay.
Again, because I love this.
Top to bottom, or?
Yeah, top to bottom. Why not?
Okay, here we go.
The first
one
link
says
is labeled Trouble. I'm going to drop
this?
this link in the chat for us, too.
Oh, Fender Troublemaker, never miss a deal. Get out of my face. Here we go. Fender Troublemaker Telecaster Deluxe in Arctic White. First hit here. I love this.
I fucking love this.
This is beautiful.
This thing kicks so much ass, dude.
So on the charity live stream earlier today, I joked at my introduction that I had worn my tuxedo for such a great event. There were no cameras involved, so nobody knew I was lying. But this is a tuxedo of a guitar.
Yeah, it's all dressed up.
It is. It's got everything, and I love the color of the wood here too. So this is like, is this a mahogany? Like it is. I zoomed in on it. That's mahogany for sure. So a mahogany
body and neck.
very dark, very good.
I love it. I love it. This is
Very
a MIJ. Of course it is, because they get all the cool stuff over there in Japan. But it's a Arctic white with the black binding and the black plastics.
Black pickup surrounds.
Yep.
I am thrilled by this.
I have never been more excited in my life.
So really, it's a real sexy Telecaster. What do you want? Oh, it's got some scratches. It's got some scratches.
This guitar should not like have a gig bag. I think it's too expensive to come in a gig bag, which is a joke. But
it's our price here. Oh, 2,000. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, but
who
it's
wouldn't
expensive.
want this?
Like,
who's selling this? Who has this and
looks like a
decides
guitar
they
store.
would rather have $2,000? Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. I think it's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you here.
There's not much else to talk about.
What pickups are on it? And your answer can't change my mind about liking it.
Type 2 modern modified humbuckers.
Okay.
Some Fender humbucker. Okay.
Yeah, fine.
9.5-inch radius, 22 narrow tall frets.
It's a known commodity. I think sexy.
This guitar fucks. It's gonna just absolutely rip. Next in the notes,
the
it's labeled
Tele
as
Deluxe
Mega.
too. You have a Tele Deluxe, right?
No, I sold it. Not anymore.
Okay. Well, you used to have a Tele Deluxe, and I always like that 4 knobs on a Tele kind of situation. Yeah, it's cool. Anyway.
Yeah, I sold that not that long ago. I actually sold it to get this second PRS that I have, which is, I'll be honest, a much better guitar, and I played a lot more. So win.
There you go. You go with what you play. All right. Yes.
Next.
A+, full send.
Okay.
All right, what do we got?
Here we go.
All right, the Jackson Viking V 1986 Megadeth. Not a replica. Dave Mustaine original. Wait, so I sort of skipped here. I should have read the price tag. $197,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is actually his guitar.
I guess. I think that's what that's supposed to mean. Not a replica. Dave Mustaine's original 86 King V. This is the guitar, it says.
Okay.
There's a bunch of photos with it.
Played on particular records.
Yep. I don't know a ton about Megadeth. I threw this in here because I was just like, I don't know. I don't know how Justin feels about 1, Megadeth, and 2, about guitars like this, where they're like, this is the one from the thing.
You know, I kind of like these wild-shaped metal guitars in general. Like, I think, go for it, fuck it. But the like, owned by a person would never gonna get my attention as like a buyer.
Okay, yeah.
But you understand, like, I mean, I'm sure it can command that price. Why not? It's just, there's nothing about that
I'll give you $200K to keep all the stupid pictures.
Just round it up. Yeah. Thanks, Eric.
You can keep it, and actually, I'll give you a few bucks.
Yeah. I mean, it's that's cool. Yeah, it's like fine. All the authenticity.
A 1 out of 10.
Okay, actually, you know what? Here, okay, I'll say this. I think if you were Dave Mustaine and you were playing guitar in a band that was called Megadeth, do you write Megadeth on your guitar? Or am I thinking badly about that kind of a jerk move? Because like we write stuff on a bass drum, and that's fine. So maybe I'm being a jerk saying you can't do the same to a guitar. I think it's weird that it has the Megadeth logo. Like, I think that's, like, obviously it's cool for a collector. I'm picturing Dave up there like, I don't know.
This is my band.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm starting to feel like a jerk saying it. So I don't know.
I never really thought about that. It's okay to do on a kick drum thing. And I don't know why it feels
was your
weird
instinct
on a
the
guitar.
same on a guitar?
My instinct, I don't know. I think I struggle with stickers on a guitar.
Yeah.
Stickers on guitars in the first place is sometimes tricky for me. I think it depends on a lot of factors. I wanted a guitar with a Sorcerer Mickey sticker on it for a long time. I still do. I just think like
that seems like something you could achieve pretty easily.
One carefully curated sticker, like of, But anyway, but would I put a Blockbuster Summer sticker on my guitar? No. No, and not.
Yeah.
But we have one on our kick drum.
Right. It's like
I don't know.
that is the culturally acceptable thing. So like I'm probably
Now,
wrong.
hang on. Kick drum heads though are replaceable and like a disposable, or not disposable, like a consumable.
And this is.
Okay.
Do you think this is a decal or is it like part of the paint job?
Oh no! I think it's a sticker. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like this is not coming off this guitar, but a drum head comes off the drum.
Yeah, yeah. And if you right, and if you sold a drum set played by whoever,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's
Okay.
yeah, and that's the thing. I've never been like into collectors stuff like that, but
I didn't think so.
yeah,
All right,
and
are we
that's
ready?
that's a me thing. I totally understand why people would be excited if they're a big fan of the.
I'm not excited by this. Don't get me wrong.
No, but if you're a big fan of Megadeth and you're a guitar
sure.
player and you have a lot of money, you know what I mean? If you're a disposable income kind of person and you're like gonna, well, should I buy a house or with a guitar? If you're in that kind of territory, then like, but so probably this ends up as like it is owned by some other famous musician or it's owned by just some absurdly rich person
Some
who's going to hang it on a wall. And yeah, it's like, I don't know. Is it so if it's hanging on the wall because somebody who built an AI company last year bought it, then like, is it just like fine art? Is it like another one of these like non-fiat investments, and we should be treating it like fine art?
I don't think guitars
Define
as
the
a
word
thing
fine.
are.
Fine art
Well,
doesn't have to
I
be
mean,
high
like-
quality. It's you know what I mean? It is a different definition of fine. It's like a sector of
Yes.
the
Well, I think-
trading of commodities.
I don't think guitars are high enough value to compare to like what people are doing in the art market. But
This one is.
fuck.
All right.
All right.
Fly.
Next, the Parker Fly.
The Parker Fly. Oh yeah. So I like
Remember these?
a funny little, looks like a space alien drew it.
Looks like a fun little space alien drew it.
All right, so the Parker Guitars USA Fly Classic, 1998 in natural. It doesn't look that natural, or I guess that's just
It
a funny
doesn't.
wood.
It kind of just looks like it's made of skin, and I don't like that.
Yeah, it does. It does look like it's the book made of skin of guitars.
A bit.
Right.
It could benefit from a better finish. I think it's fine. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if it sort of shimmers if you're in person with it or something. Kind of, there's something strange about
Hopefully.
the look here. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't really look like that. I mean, Parker, right? What is this? Is this a
It
totally
says-
unmarked fretboard? Cool.
More of a white blonde transparent finish now. It is from 1998. So,
Okay. So maybe the color's changed.
I don't know tons about Parker. I heard once a million years ago that the frets were glued to the surface of the fretboard and were not slotted into the fretboard. I don't know if that's actually true.
Of that. Hold on. Let me see if we can find an angled picture.
Glass fretboards. They're like fiberglass. Is that what you mean?
Oh.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
these
talking
are
to chat.
among-
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Yes. Sorry. I remember these kind of being on the scene as like a ergonomic pitch. Like they were kind of these really modern shapes that were super lightweight, super crazy looking.
It does look like they're not slotted. I'm like,
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
zooming in there. It looks like the frets aren't slotted. Oh, I see. Look at this picture here. You can't see what I'm looking at. It's like the last picture that shows the body. It's a little closer, and it does have. Oh, it's revealing more of the shape. Like the bottom almost has a dish thing where it sits near
Like a
that.
violin carve.
Yeah. So it looks like it looks like nitro that got really milky, like in sunlight or something. Because on the side there's a nice kind of natural mahogany tone.
I wonder if it was in a window or something.
Yeah, I wonder if it got left in a music shop window or something, and because it looks like wherever the finish was thickest, it got really milky.
I wonder if that could be repaired.
I think you'd have to strip it.
It has a piezo.
Oh, neat. Oh, is that this little
5.35
wheel
pounds.
in the back?
Must be.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Maybe it's like a volume for that other thing, or maybe it's something completely different. I don't know. I mean, what are they going for here? It's like the sort of modern tech version of an electric guitar.
Yeah. From the 90s, though. So, like, a really
Now
different
it's
look out
retro
on
modern.
what. Yeah. What was I going to say?
Super bummer about the finish. I think it looks fucking terrible. I don't see
let's
how
look
you
up other
can,
Parker flies.
I don't see how you can get almost $4,000 for this guitar with its fucked up
Okay,
finish.
here we go. Here's another one with an actually natural finish that is like still correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, you shared it in there. Here we go. All right. What is? Oh, yeah. This is clearly what it was supposed to look like.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now if I see a $3,000 price tag on that, I'd assume it's just a super fucking well-made guitar, right? I think it's fun. This little the way the bottom horn, the whole bottom edge of the guitar has this wider, flatter, like lap,
like a flange
spot.
almost. Like it's very cool. It keeps the actual thickness of the body super low.
Yeah, and kind of hidden.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy.
This looks like you could play anything from like jazz to heavy metal on this and be
What's his
fine.
name from Kill Switch Engage was all over these.
Was he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love the, up high on the guitar strap.
Adam, what's his name? Yeah.
Adam, what's his name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Anyway, cool.
Somebody make an 8-string of one of those. Oh, look, if the finish is cleaned up, they're worth $5,500.
Yeah, I guess so. Wow. Cool. Way to go, Parker Fly.
Way to go, Parker Fly. What do we got left? We got a Deco. What is Deco?
Yeah. This is the 1990 Jackson Fusion USA HSS electric guitar Deco Dream Soloist with original hard shell case.
Original hard shell case. Yes. Okay. All right. $4,000. All right. It's starting to sink in what they've drawn on here. They've drawn like Trapper Keeper folder graphics on the front of it.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it looks airbrushed.
Yeah, I mean it's I'm kind of making a joke, but it does kind of look like that. It's like 3D shapes with shadows.
It's just like shapes in a void.
Yeah. And
shapes
like a face
in a desert scene.
Oh, look at this lady. Oh, there's some like space nebula looking stuff up in the corner. It's a
and
piece
like
of art.
absolute
Fine
cowards,
art.
the back is just solid black. But I see this and Philip K. Dick meets Lisa Frank.
Applause, Mr. Alex.
That's going in. Okay, well done.
I like the inlays too. Almost choked there.
The shark fins,
the shark fins. That's. I know that's like a typical Jackson thing. It's worth mentioning that I.
So, I think this
cool.
could be a lot cooler. I think this paint job is unfortunate. However, I do think like a guitar with this paint job, but better, I would be interested in.
Yeah, it does. It does quite not go far enough. It's like they really should have wrapped all the way around. Like, because if
it's not just the front and the back, though. I mean, I think the quality. Like, if this was just a better illustration.
Okay, so if we're gonna do a face, if we're gonna do purple face, I feel like
if I had this guitar, would I play it on Saturday at this gig?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I wouldn't not.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing. It's not. It's not gonna get.
I've been seeing a lot of stuff about like kind of nostalgia bait posts on my feeds and stuff about old advertisements from when we were kids and stuff like that. Just like how the vibe of like retro futurism then and sort of like this proto futurism, like the sort of turn of the millennium style where everything was like drippy and chrome and like sharp and smooth and shiny. And I've been seeing a lot of what was it? Some band decided to do their album art like a 2000s new metal band. So they're doing all these like crazy fisheye shots with like nonsense happening in the subject. It's crazy. I love it. So it just had me feeling some of that. But anyway, all right, the last one here.
Okay. All right.
This is the one I was just looking through the list and I was like, oh, fuck. I said to myself,
what happened to us here?
In my office to nobody. This is a
vintage. Sorry, go on.
Actual vintage Les Paul, a 1975 Deluxe, which is not that common, with 2 mini humbuckers in this incredible sparkle blue finish. And holy shit, I just think it's really firing on all cylinders here.
This
I'm not going to buy it at $13,000.
13 grand? You don't got 13 grand for this guitar?
No, but the Deluxe is the Les Paul Deluxe with the mini humbuckers has always had my attention as just like, that's a cool fucking guitar and would gladly take one anytime.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've never seen one in this color.
This is cool. I love the case. I have a nostalgic reaction to this case.
Really?
Yeah, like there's something about the super old pink velvet. It's like
mine is like red, I think. Yeah, my Les Paul case is red.
Maybe this one used to be red. Okay, so why a deluxe? What specifically about it?
Mini humbuckers.
Mini humbuckers. Okay.
I think they're just a little bit of a different vibe too. Like in general.
Yeah.
70s era Gibsons are pretty different. So, I don't know. You see, in the conversation about Les Paul is like they're everywhere. They're fucking everywhere. Yeah. And deluxes are not. So I just think it's kind of more exciting to see, a little more interesting to see.
Yeah, it's just a little different. Yeah. I do
the
like
white,
it.
The aged cream plastics.
I like the oldness of it. It's not wrecked, but it's it's dinged up because it's had a life, but it's not like a relic kind of dinged up, like whoever was trying to take care of it. And
you can see in some of the photos, like the nitro at the edges is kind of a different color a little bit. I love that it's a natural back and sides and has the color top. Crazy good. Yeah. Beautiful.
The sparkle really works. I think the age works on it. It's very cool and is probably brilliant to play.
Probably a killer. Yeah. The knobs.
Insides.
Beautiful.
Oh, the inside is nasty, just like you'd expect. This burned on flux onto everything. What is this fucking ground wire in the back? This is insane. What's going on here with this? It would probably be criminal to get in here and replace any of this, right? But I think these pots are probably fucking terrible.
1975. I don't think the value of this guitar is in the pots, but like you could.
We can save those capacitors. They're not electrolytics, so they're probably fine, right?
I have no idea if this is like from the factory, but if no matter what, it's an embarrassment.
It could
if
be.
It is,
I think
this is the kind of bullshit that people are coveting from Gibson, and if it's not, like, what are you doing?
Look at the in this. Oh, this is a little zoomed in. At the bottom of this picture, the shield on the wires from the pickups is like all nastily soldered into it. So this braided, it's not coated in anything. It's just a braided metal shield for the audio audience. And it's just like nastily soldered, all goopy onto the pan of this pot that's like pretty oxidized looking pot. It's just, the whole thing is just disgusting. It's all yellow and I don't like it.
Is that enough to like walk you back on this
No,
guitar?
I think it's great, and I think it's a crime that this hasn't been swapped out, and this is more of that collector stuff. This is more of like my attitude is like, who gives a shit about any of this collector's stuff? Like, I think a guitar like this that has like obviously has tremendous value should have a fret dressing. And they would probably not in a million years. Like there's a picture here where he's at the end. He's like showing you some fret wear. He's pulling the string aside, right? So we're sort of not hiding our fret wear or whatever. It's like I don't know, find, a shop you trust. Like, why don't they just, anyway, but whatever. People, if it's not that bad, it's not that needed. It's just that, like, if the frets are worn to the point where it has something to do with its playing, make the guitar play. Like, give it another 60 years, right? Like,
I think, so a couple things. Yeah. I think 70s era Gibsons are not worth as much as you might think. Just like in general, as the vintage guitar thing goes.
This one thinks it's worth $13,000, so.
Which is pretty low in the vintage Gibson space, though.
Okay. Yeah.
So, okay. Secondly, not that this is that old by comparison. It's only a few years, though, I guess. But sometimes when people talk about vintage guitars, I've heard conversations about how many times the frets have been done, how many times they've been replaced or crowned or anything like that. In the idea that if they're totally refretted, that there's like a maximum life that the wood can tolerate being refretted, basically, because they have to scrape out what's in there, widen the gap, and insert a wider fret. So there is an upper limit on these very old guitars if they are being refretted. About that, I guess. I don't know if that's very true or accurate or real or not.
And on a neck-through guitar, that's a big deal.
Yeah, set necks, neck throughs.
Sorry,
yes,
Is neck through
definitely
not an
a big deal.
word?
Neck through is when you know what it is. It's
string through is, I guess, why I said it like that. But
well, the neck through is when the
body's glued on to the sides of the body are glued on.
Yeah, to the wings. So the neck and to the like where the pickups are mounted and the bridge, the whole piece where the string is terminating on
in the
both ends, that is one piece of wood.
Yeah.
That would be neck through.
And these are not done that way.
This is called a set neck because it's a neck glued into a body.
Okay.
Unlike a Fender bolt-on. So, I mean, it's for all intents and purposes, it's not like you're taking the neck off of this thing, so who cares if it's actually set or not. But like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a real thing to be concerned with or not, or if that's some cork sniffing at the top, at the tippity top of vintage guitar conversations.
Like I said, this is probably a guitar shop selling this, and no, they're not going to fuss around with. But if you were a player and you bought it, I would say get rid of those pots. Like the pickups, I'm sure are great. Yeah. Just get some nice stuff in there and have somebody redo that. The frets didn't look that bad anyway, but. Yeah.
I'm just looking at what else they have for sale. This shop is insane. They have all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah.
Love it. So. That's some guitars, guys.
What'd you think, everybody? Some guitars.
Are we set neck or neck through? I mean, I don't care.
I honestly, I doubt that there's I don't know. That's one of those things where I really feel like the difference is probably overblown in almost all cases, but.
I agree between set and through, but with bolt-on.
Bolt would be different enough.
Bolt-on is very different, yeah.
Sure. Bolt-on is the only sensible choice. I got one of each, I don't know.
Most of my guitars are bolt-on, including this PRS we were just talking about a second ago.
Okay.
Which is kind of one of the reasons I got it.
You just wanted to be able to swap that neck.
No, I mean, not about swapping it, but like, that it's a different wood than the body. And, well, whatever.
Wood moves. But that's what truss rods
still be
are
the
for.
case,
Wood moves. I mean, you can adjust. So if you're going to do a guitar with a bolt-on is, I suppose, a little safer in some sense. It's probably the way to go. Here's probably the crux of what we're getting at. If
tell me, because I don't know what it is.
if it's a inexpensive guitar, if it's a guitar made cheaply, then bolt-on might be better. Now, I've had versions of some guitars where, like, I had a guitar and the neck was like bad, and that was replaceable, right? Because it was.
This is the Fender thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's so. I think, there's something to that. There's, if you're buying one of the like serious from any of these manufacturers, a serious copy of the guitar, right? That you're spending a lot on, more than a couple $100, then they shouldn't, even if it's a whatever, who cares what neck it is, they shouldn't be using green wood on it, right?
Totally. I don't know if you remember when I was in college, we met. I was playing this guitar a lot.
Yep.
My Strat. This is the second neck on this guitar.
Okay.
And when I was in college, it got replaced.
But that's an American Strat, right? I mean, that's a good Strat. Yeah.
It's a great Strat, and Fender covered it.
Oh, so there was an actual issue. Yeah, great.
Yeah, so it was like, I'm not sure how or why really, but basically it had like warped this way.
Twisted.
It was like, yeah. And it was kind of like boy, this guitar needs some work. It was kind of like, not fixable basically. But it was, backed by their thing. And I brought it to a shop that was near campus, and they were like, yeah, well, we can like process this for you. And they contacted Fender. They were like an authorized shop or something like that, and did it all for me. And I picked it up 2 weeks later or something like that. And now I have this neck, and this is the one I've had on it since then. I think about it sometimes as far as like what this guitar is. Like in the
spiritually,
like a ship of Theseus way.
That's like this Telly back here has. Yeah. Well, it's extremely Ship of Theseus. Only the neck pickup is original to the Korean. Yeah. This is the story. The Korean Telecaster that I bought everything has been replaced on it except for that neck pickup, and that was the original neck was a maple fretboard neck, and it had some funny fret buzz, and I was like trying to kind of fix it myself. Kind of brought it to a shop, and he was like, I don't think we're going to get anywhere with this because look, these frets are popping. Like this wood was too green and they didn't dry it out enough before they did it. And because it's maple, it has lacquer on it, or not lacquer, but it's got finish on it. And there's nothing we can do. It's a nightmare. But I just went and found in parts like an American Fender Telecaster genuine neck.
Which are all over the place.
Without tuning machines, but that's because they can be taken off of other things, or they could just be bought separately. And it was, I don't know, I think I spent less than, probably near a couple $100 or something like that. I bet it was like $215 or something. I got a good guitar neck, slapped my tuning machines into it, off to the races.
Good to go.
To set it up, and you can't do that with a set neck, but.
That's true, yeah. Right, like if your Gibson if your Gibson has a problem with its set neck, like your guitar has a problem.
Yeah.
Not your guitar neck, the whole thing. Eric is asking what kind of Poindexter word it's extremely Ship of Theseus means. The Ship of Theseus.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Eric, for the
children, gather around.
For the children among us, is a thought experiment that like if you replace all the boards on a ship, what is the identity of that ship? So as the parts get replaced, is it the same guitar anymore?
Yeah.
As members of Taking Back Sunday leave the band, right, are they? What is Taking Back Sunday anymore?
As a Star Trek character is beamed up,
right?
Is it still them? Spoiler alert, no, it's not.
So.
Okay. Hey, have we done it?
I think so.
Have we casted a pod? What happens?
Sorry, I'm schooling Eric in the chat.
You've been Wikipedia'd.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah, it was. Good Saturday edition.
We should do this. We should do this more often, or perhaps the same often.
Yeah, maybe every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's a date.
Do you have a thing of the week?
Maybe I should scroll back and see what I've said in previous weeks and make sure I'm not gonna.
I have a quick thing of the week. Hit me with a sound.
Okay.
Yes. So I only just learned about this today, and I haven't even listened to it yet, but it appears that the band Cartel has re-recorded their album Chroma in 2025. And what the fuck? Like that's one of the best pop punk sort of albums from that time. It's a great album.
Did like a revisit. Yeah.
It's a really really very guitar forward record. Like there's a lot of riffs. There's a lot of really interesting guitar tones on that. On Chroma, the original one, I'm really looking forward to how it sounds now. When bands re-record an entire album, that's like a very interesting statement to me and stuff. So I'm looking forward to listening to that. If you like Cartel, go find it. It's called Chroma 2025. So
superb. Hey, on that vein, you have to know about this already. I'm probably not informing you, but you would love it if you'd be super interested if you don't, for some reason, know about this already. Incubus did a similar thing not that long ago. And he's probably about to grab it right now, but Morning View, there it is.
Morning View 2023.
2023, so that would have been the 20th anniversary, right? Re-release. So that one day just popped into my iTunes.
I got this sick opaque white one.
Ooh.
How good is that?
Yeah, I just popped that into my my Apple Music, and it is fun how
is fun.
You know these songs so well. This is especially from the time in music where we were buying CDs, and like there's something about like I can't memorize lyrics nowadays. It takes it probably takes the same amount to memorize lyrics. It's just that there's so much different music and I have access to all of it that I'm just like shuffling all the time now. But like back then you'd put on a CD and like I would just have even the deep cuts, I know all the words to, and I still know all that stuff because human brains are really fucked up and you can forget like the thing you just had for breakfast. But if a song comes on, I'm going to know all the words when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
But their take on that, the way that it sounds different now, and just some of it's their age, some of it's just they've been playing this for 2 decades on tours, and so songs
kind of evolve.
They hit it a little differently once in a while. There's a couple of like vamps of extended endings or extended intros, which are fun, and then just kind of the way it has a very live off the floor sort of feel.
It does. I'm curious if the new Cartel re-recording will feel that way too. I will try to listen to that as soon as possible.
Well, there's so many different ways to do it too. Like you could be like, well, the original one was this way, so let's try to do it that way. I mean, who knows how you're feeling about that as a artist, right? Like this is something we did so long ago. How do we take it now?
It's very interesting to me. And I think people will hopefully agree with this. I think of Incubus as like a band with chapters in like guitar tone a lot. Like they have, because that's what I do, but also like every album has a very like, not every album, but
there's a couple of them that are similar to each other.
That are and so this is like old Incubus songs with new Incubus tone.
Sounds, yes.
Yeah, which is a really interesting place to be. I think also a lot of what's the term I'm looking for? Like a good example of it's the riff that's heavy, not the tone. Because now the tone is not nearly as heavy as it used to be.
Right.
But the riffs still fucking slam, right?
Yeah.
And so right, heavy riffs, not heavy tones.
I think we can leave it at that. That sounds great. So there you go. Re-releases of old records. Not re-releases, re-recordings. Science was a formative album for the guitar tone in my youth. Science was a formative album in the learning to mix music of my youth.
I was like very close to putting on Science the other day and then got distracted.
Yeah. When I was in college, I actually remember one of the studios that one of my classes like went to like tour different studios or, somebody that our instructor had a association with. And this was a beautiful space. It had Puff Daddy's old SSL console in it and blah, blah, blah. There's pedigree to all these old things because it's a giant piece of equipment and you're never going to throw it away. You're just going to change hands, But when they brought us in, this soffit mount monitors and this crazy stuff and the pianos in there, and they show us the thing, when we go in the live room, Science is what they put on to like demo the room. And the instructor's like, yeah, what are you going to do? This is the album that has like the perfect, like maximum punch and perfect deep bass, but not overwhelming. And it's very snappy. And I mean, now our ears change over the years and everything, but I still think it's like, by the standards of albums since then, I think it probably sounds like it has less lows in it than a lot of stuff nowadays, but they're still very there. They're just not 808, like zoom. They're
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
wompy, you know. They're very yeah, it was fucking and it hit. Yeah, they put it on those big speakers and it was like, whoa, bum 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 ba da da dum bum. You know, I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is happening to me right now? But anyway, yeah. So it's funny that you say that. Science formative record. Thank you,
Yeah.
Incubus.
God, the riffs. I sold my Gonkulator a few years ago. Yeah.
There you go.
There
End
we
of
go.
an era. Okay, let's wrap up this turkey.
Are you asking me?
Guys,
Wait, was there a comma in there?
guys, thanks. Let's wrap up this turkey.
Let's wrap this up, turkey.
Guys, thank you for hanging out with us on a Saturday, and thanks to all the listeners at home. We're all at home, I think. Anyway,
I mean, here on Earth, we are at home.
thank you, humans of the earth and listeners of the podcast. We're in Derek's bathroom. Well,
That's not a place you want to be after this week.
I would caution you about Derek's bathroom. Anyway, thanks everybody. Sincerely, it's fun, and we're not going to miss. We're not going to miss our release date because it came and it went quickly enough, and we're all thankful that people are feeling better.
Yay.
Yay! A special thanks to the Patreon supporters of the show who give us a little bit of money. Thank you. And those people are Stephen P., Alex Schroyer, Mike Teledrive, Cindy Clackman-Bantana, Rabbi Bob, Carson Ricketts, Matthew Fenslaw, Reisenwolf, Beagow69420, Andrew Walsh of Andrew's Alcove, Sean Wright of Lollygagger Effects, and the third co-host, Eric.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
We will see you in the next one.
See you.
Bye.